Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to show you how to integrate Firebase Google Sign-in to your application. You know, many users don't want to register to sites or applications using new username and password. They may forget that when they want to sign in or after a couple of weeks or months. So they prefer to sign up using their Google account. So every time they log in, they don't need to enter the username and password. So they can log in using their Google account. So in this video, we are showing you how to integrate the Firebase Google Sign-in to your Flutter app. Before that, we are going to go through some theoretical part to see how this is done and get a clear picture of what we are going to code. First, we need to modify the Firebase. Inside the Firebase, first we need to enable the Google Sign-in. So users can log into your application using Google account. The second one is to download the JSON file when you register your application with Firebase. The third one is to enter SHA1 for your application. I will talk about this in the coding section. And the second part is making some modification to popspec.yaml. Here we add the image of the button for Google Sign-in. We add the assets and we add some packages that we need to use. The third one is going to the main file, main.dart. Here we are going to add a button for Google Sign-in. And then we are going to define a file called signin.dart. This file will take care of all the authentication for the user. And then we go back to our button and refer the button to this file. So in fact, this is going to be A, and this is going to be step B and step C. To continue from before, this is going to be the third step, and then this is going to be fourth step, and this is going to be the fifth step. I hope this is a bit clear and it shows you how to do the step-by-step implementation in the coding section. So let's go to the coding part and see how we implement each step. Okay, in the practical part, let's start with the same step-by-step instruction. Step 1 was to go to Firebase and make some changes and download the JSON file and input the SHA1. This is the project that I have in the Firebase. In the project setting, in the General tab, if you have already registered your application, you have something like this: your application name, package name, and then the JSON file is here. You can download the JSON file and use it in your project. Also down here, SHA1, you need to enter your SHA1. Here, add fingerprint. You add the SHA1 and you hit save. I'm going through these steps quickly because I have covered and talked about this a lot in previous videos. I will include the link to those videos in the description section of this video. If I go through them all over again, this will be a very long video, so I try to keep it short. And if you want to go through the steps of how to register an app and get the JSON file, and also how to get SHA1, you can go through those videos. The third step is to go to authentication under the develop. Here in the sign in method, you open the Google and you enable this section and you enter your email and you hit save. So this was the first part. Now the second part, we need to have the image like this one I have. We need to have this logo. When we create our button, we include this image so it looks like the Google button and sign in with Google. The link to this image is in the video description. You can download it in your computer, and then inside your Flutter application, you right click on the project at the top and you create new directory. You name the directory assets and then you save, and you have the assets directory. You just copy the picture, the image, and you paste it inside the assets, so you will have it inside your project. And then we are going to make some changes inside pubspec.yaml file. Here you need to uncomment assets. It's like this. When you open the file, you need to uncomment this one, and then you add this line dash assets, which is our folder, slash the name of your image. And then another step is to add dependencies. In the dependencies section under Cupertino icons, you need to add Firebase Authentication, Firebase Core, and Google Sign-In. This modification of pubspec.yaml was the second step. In the third step, we are going to implement the button. First, we go to main.dart, where you want to add the button sign in with Google, this button. Here you go to the place you want to add the button. For example, here I want to add it under the orange button. I add sign in button widget. This is the name of the widget. It's like a text box, or it's like text or sized box. It's an image that we have defined separately, so we include this here. And then after the build method starts here and ends here. After that, we are going to define sign in button widget. It's a simple button, outline button. It has color. Unpressed, we leave it empty at this step. And then we have some modification to the shape of the button, like padding or the image that we have included in our project. Also, we customize the border, and that's the widget that we create. And then we include that widget inside our build method. After this, we are going to create a sign-in file under lib folder. You right click, you say new file, and you name this sign-in. Dart. Inside here, you import your authentication, Firebase Auth, and Google Sign-In. And then you create an instance of Firebase Auth and Google Sign-In. And then you create a method that takes care of the authentication of user using Google account. If you don't understand all the steps in this method, you can copy and paste this method or the whole file signin.dart into your application. And then we go back to the main file, and inside our widget, inside unpressed that was empty before, we say sign in with Google, which is the name of the method in signin.dart. We say to the button, go and execute this method. When the execution of that method is complete, navigate to the second screen, which means user is logged in successfully. And if you check inside the signin.dart, we have a variable called user. This user is a Firebase user. So let's see Firebase user object. Once the user signs into your application, the user will be the user's information from Google account. So inside the user, you have all this method. Get display name. You can use user.getDisplayName to get the name of the user's Google account. You can get the email of the user. You can get phone number. You can get photo URL. You can use the avatar of their Google account into your application. And there are many other methods. You can check the methods by searching the Firebase user. And then after this, and we run this project, it asks for username if it is the first time that user signs in on the phone.
I could never repay you for that. But come tomorrow, I don't play for him. I play for you.
Welcome to Veterans Stadium, home of the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, where the De La Salle Spartans of Concord, California have traveled down to the Southland for this matchup of powerhouse.
And then we go to the second screen. That means the user has signed in successfully. So that was integrating Google Sign-In into your application. You can follow the step-by-step instructions that is easier to troubleshoot later on. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. I see you on the next one.